Hi, I'd like to introduce myself and share some information with you about my group leading project. My name is Patricia Swilly Blackman. The demographics of my group are 6 women that range from ages 28 to 46. The group consisted of 4 Caucasian and 2 African American women. 3 are college graduates. The other 4 graduated high school but did not attend college. 4 are Baptist, 3 are Catholic. 5 work in a public setting, and 1 is a stay-at-home mom. The date of our meeting was August 8, 2017. The meeting was held at 7 p.m. at a local community center called Carnes Community Center. The physical setup was 7 chairs around a table where I provided beverages and snacks to make it more of an informal setting. I made this decision to help the ladies relax and open up. The ladies were all aware of my intentions and agreed to help me. The meeting was scheduled for 1 hour, but ended up lasting 1 hour and 45 minutes. The meeting was to discuss loss of a child, which included miscarriage. The goal of this group session was to allow the participants the opportunity to share their pain and exchange information with the group concerning other sources of help. I facilitated this group, and I do have experience in the loss of a child. The goal of exchanging information is appropriate for this group because the meeting was to share information concerning places to seek grief counseling. The meeting was to discuss the loss of a child, which included miscarriage. It's hard to define this group because the main purpose was providing information to these people concerning places that they can get help. Therefore, it could be called an education group. It could also be called a support group, except that we only met 1 time. Because my experience is limited, I made this a discussion group. I do not have the education or license to lead a counseling or therapy group. The group has been created solely for this assignment, and this will be a closed group, and it was only for this 1 meeting. The participants are voluntary and are ladies from my community that were willing to get together and discuss the sensitive subject because they have all lost born and unborn children. The group dynamics, content, and process were as followed. As the group leader, I chose to use the Serenity Prayer as the warm-up for the meeting. Saying the Serenity Prayer had 2 purposes. First purpose was to bring God into our meeting, and the second purpose is to really listen to the words and understand that there are always going to be things in our lives that we cannot control. After the prayer, I clearly defined the purpose of the meeting, which according to the Group Counseling Strategies and Skills book written by Jacobs, is the most important therapeutic thing that a leader can do. Also, according to Jacobs, a group can have more than 1 purpose. This group had 2 purposes. The first purpose was to provide information to these ladies about support groups that are available to them. Because this was a one-time meeting, the information that I gathered was in a hard copy form, and I handed it to them. The second purpose of this meeting was to let them know that they have neighbors that have also felt the loss, and therefore they are not alone in their grief. I used the comment round and took from Jacobs by asking, I'd like to get a brief reaction from each of you regarding how you think we should approach the task. There was never a problem keeping the group in focus. The ladies were eager to share their experience and very supportive of each other. As noted in the book, I used head nods, facial expressions, and other nonverbal cues to guide the ladies to speak. I did have 1 lady that I had to draw out, but I did not have to cut anyone off. Because I have prior knowledge of the people in this group, I wanted to use a round to build trust and comfort. I also knew exactly where to begin the round because I knew which of the ladies is most likely to talk for a longer period of time. To close the meeting, I took a page from the AA meeting that I have attended, and I ended the meeting with the Lord's Prayer. My self-assessment of my work is I had detailed plans for the meeting. The detailed plans included dim lighting and the seating arrangement. I also carefully planned the content of the meeting. The main challenge was to keep the group focused when their emotions got the better of them. I knew that the loss of a child is an extremely sensitive subject and had prepared myself with tears, even placing Kleenex on the table. However, I was not prepared for the anger that was expressed. I am confident in the planning ability, but I would have handled the anger differently. And as I gain more experience, I will work on this. I used the physical method exercise that was described in Chapter 10 video of using styrofoam cups. I had the ladies to imagine the cup filled with the pain that they feel. Then we used an ink pen to poke holes that represented the help that they could receive, with the discussion that the cup would never be empty, but with proper help the cup could come somewhat lighter. According to Forsyth, the definition of leadership is the guidance of others in their pursuits, often by unifying, directing, coordinating, supporting, and motivating their efforts. I wanted to provide these ladies with information that they could use to seek the proper help. I feel confident that I did that, and I feel confident in my leading ability to educate. Thank you.